What's good, guys? Prince Sports coming at you with another one. And we had a great All-Star weekend. And during this All-Star weekend, they did something that was brilliant. Okay, something that was clever. They introduced the top 75 players of all time. And I thought that was a nice thing to do during All-Star weekend. So they really capitalized on that. And they did a good job of capitalizing on it. But one thing I don't have a problem with is Charles Barkley. Okay, he was there talking, and he said, it's stupid for people to talk about the greatest of all time. You know, this, that, and the third. And Kenny Smith was sitting there trying to change the narrative and move it around and say, hey, you know what? We shouldn't talk about the greatest basketball player of all time. You know, it doesn't exist. It's this and that. You guys both sound dumb, okay? Sports is a form of entertainment. And for two guys that involve in a entertainment, if you don't talk about things like this, you won't even have a damn job. Okay? Everybody,
Nigga, help me.
everybody, as in life, cannot be treated equal. Okay? Hell, even if a mother have kids, she have 3 kids. There's always one kid that get more attention. Always one kid that the mother or father appreciate more and rather spend their time with more. Okay, regardless of what they tell you. Of course, they may never admit it, but actions speak louder than words. So, Charles Barkley said, oh, it's lazy for the media to talk about who's the greatest of all time. No, it's not. Okay? Now, it's lazy for them to come up with certain stupid topics, yes, that circles around that. But the concept of greatest of all time is not a stupid debate. It's opinion related. And in anything that's entertainment-based, dummy, it's going to be a like and a dislike. It's common sense. If you watch movies, you mean to tell me you like every single movie in the world? No. You have a certain amount of movies that is the GOAT, that is the greatest movie of all time for you. That movie that you connect with, okay? Rap music, there's a GOAT for you, okay? Because any form of entertainment has the opinion of greatest of all time. Okay? This is what makes sports, that we compare other players to other players, because we all have our picks and our opinions of who we like more than the next person. Okay? I say Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Is that a fact? No. But that's what sports is all about. You can't like everything. You can't dislike everything. There's always going to be a middle gray area. And that's what entertainment is all about. So as long as people are watching sports, there's going to be the conversation of who's the greatest. Street Fighter is the greatest video game of all time. Okay? It's a form of entertainment, right? So there's going to be a group of people that feel that way and a group of people that won't feel that way.
Jeez.
Example. PlayStation 5 is the greatest system I have ever played. Is that a fact or opinion? That's a fact. PlayStation 5 is the greatest video game system ever made. Is that a fact or opinion? That's an opinion. Now, for all of you that heard what I just said, what was the difference between those two sentences? Okay? That's the difference between any form of entertainment. Okay? There's facts and there's opinions that relate to that. All right? Now, I'm not going to tell you what was the difference is. If you listen to both of those sentences, you will know why one was a fact and one was an opinion. Nas is the greatest rapper of all time. Fact or opinion? That's an opinion. Nas is the greatest rapper I have ever listened to, ever heard in my entire life. That's a fact. Those are the two differences between with what I'm trying to say. Okay? As long as you have people in something that's competitive, there's always going to be an unfair balance, and there's always going to be an opinion on the performer in whatever form of entertainment you're talking about. So Charles Barkley, you are on one with that. You won't even have a job if you can't talk about who you think is the greatest. You mentioned several times, you said Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time. So that makes you look like a hypocrite, because you talk about goats too, right? So basically, dog, check yourself before you wreck yourself, because you're making no sense when you talk about certain things like this. This is why I don't understand how a lot of these guys in entertainment, they start trying to change their tune when you guys are part of the reason why people debate anyway, because you go on TV every single day and talk about how great one player is over the next player. And Kenny Smith, you're a hypocrite too, because you just sit there and said, oh, there's no such thing as greatest basketball player all time. So then why are you saying one guy is better than the next? Why are you saying that you think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time? Key word, you, compared to just flat out saying Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. All right, one's an opinion, one's a fact. But either way, how you fucking slice it, it's valid talk. And it will always be valid talk in any form of entertainment. Okay? I got a list of favorite things. That doesn't mean I have to treat every single thing the same. What if I don't like eating a certain type of food? What if you tell me, go to LA, try In-N-Out Burger, and I say In-N-Out Burger is trash? All right? I don't have to like that just because you like it and you think it's the greatest food you ever taste. All right? We all have preference. And long as you have preference, you have a mind, and you think on your own, there's always going to be an unfair balance of what you think is great and what you think is not great. Some of you brothers like your shorties thick. Some of you may like them skinny. You may like them tall. You may like them short. But guess what? You have a preference. You know? You may like them light. You may like them a little dark. Shit. You may like a lot of stuff all in between. But guess what? You're still going to have a favorite at the end of the day, because that's just life. All right? So Charles Barkley, you went out and married a woman of the lighter side, okay, so to speak. So one will say, hey, maybe you like that more than you like people of your own race in terms of being attractive, which is nothing wrong with that. If you're a black man and you don't find black women attractive compared to another race of woman, hey, that you are allowed to have that opinion. You know, that's your perspective. But that's the same thing as talking about who you think is the GOAT. It's all fucking opinions. Okay? The only time it becomes fact if you make yourself involved in it, because you can only speak for yourself. Right? You can only tell yourself what you like the best and what you don't like the best. Prince Sports out. Peace.